Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Sorry, I'm just focusing the camera because I don't know how to keep it at the 16:9 ratio. So I always start the video and then I focus until I figure out. If any of you know, let me know. I am using an S10 Plus. It's an Android, and if you know how to set it to the 16:9 and it'll stay at it, let me know. Okay, so I'm a little bit further, so I can go a little bit more because it seems to like to go back to the 9:16 ratio. Anyways, welcome to another episode. We are going to continue with coloring white pages. And this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. All right, so I wanted to show you these containers. Now, this was my granddaughter's. I guess you can buy these containers with paint in it, these color of paints. But I think the last time this was used, she was probably like 5 years old. Her mom gave it to me because she didn't want it. And I guess Valerie wasn't using it. So I took it and I figured I would clean it out and use it. Well, I finally cleaned it out when I cleaned all my supplies the other day. And look at it. It's a plastic. Now they do separate if you want to. They do separate. Trust me on that. I just don't remember how to separate it. Oh, there. They do separate, but I like it together. Ugh. How do you put it back together now? All right, there we go. And so I cleaned it out, and I'm going to use this for my paints. Instead of bringing out the bottles all the time, I have 12 colors I can bring out. Black and white, you always have. And then beige and brown is more for, those are neutrals, right? These are all neutrals. Then I did the yellow, red, and blue. Now, if you mix these two, you get orange. You mix these two, you get blue. You mix this one and this one, you get green. So I've got my primary and my secondary colors. And then these two I just put here because they're extra. And pink, it's good how they planned it out because the pink, I use a lot of pink. And this, I would do more like a turquoise. This is more of an aqua, but that's all good. It's still a blue-green mix. And if I wanted to change it, I could just put like a little label on it and say what color it is. Then again, it's pretty translucent. You can see what color everything is. Anyways, these are great. They're plastic, which means they will last forever. And a great way of just pulling out a small amount of each color. And if any of these get wrecked, the whole bottle's not getting wrecked. Plus, it's easier to work with it in these smaller bottles. All right, so that's number one. I gotta go quicker. Okay, now, I noticed when I ended the last video, this was on there and I didn't explain. I needed inspiration after that video that I posted this morning. I needed inspiration. Like, that was a hard video for me to make because my mind is not in it. From the move and everything and rearranging the house, my mindset has not been there. So it's going to take me a little time and I needed inspiration. Now, I don't know if any of you watch her, but Gail Agostinelli, oh my God, I love that lady. If I ever hit a brick wall and I don't know what I'm doing, I just watch her videos and she inspires me. Like, she was pulling out, like she does jelly printing and mixed media, and she pulled out a sheet and she said it, and I'm like, oh my God, that is genius. I don't have a jelly printing plate, but I'm going to show you what you can do instead. And then, of course, I've been talking all this time about, yeah, you can see my mind's all over the place, about photocopying your works of art. Okay, so this, oh yeah, was on her Gail Augustinelli's video where she had these. They're called yo-yos. And all it is a round piece of material. You take some thread and just big stitching, weaving around the edge, and then you pull, and so the edge becomes the center. And that's what is a yo-yo. And I'm like, oh my God, I know how to do that. I don't need a tutorial. I can do that. And remember, I had bought these from the dollar store there for the mason jars. Well, I can use that too. Mind you, this one is a little rougher. I think it's like a polyester or something, or maybe it's just really starched. I'm going to try washing the other ones. But then I just did the Calgary Flames because here we live in Calgary and it's the Calgary Flames. So I stuck that on there. So now I've got the superhero, the Spider-Man, the dinosaur, the vehicles, and the Calgary Flames. Yay, I got it all. So now you know what it's all about. Anyways, I wanted to show you that. Now, something else I wanted to talk about, and that is how I always say to photocopy your artwork. Well, this one I photocopied and it turned out like this. Now, I don't know if you can see. I am going to try and zoom you all the way across. So now this is more of a magenta. On a photocopy, it turned out more purple. This one's a nice orange. It kind of looks like blood that's starting to dry. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not the same. See, this is very vibrant and this is very muted. So it does come out a bit muted, but I don't hate it. You know what I mean? This is an idea to photocopy it. Different papers. Okay, so that means in this one, I did attempt to photocopy it on a different paper. Now, I was not impressed. Don't do it. So I thought, okay, I coffee dyed paper. Let's try it on coffee dyed paper. Horrible. I do not like it. Maybe if I didn't use these vibrant colors, maybe if I used like black, white, browns, beiges, you know, because it's coffee dyed paper, it's supposed to give the effect of vintage. Vintage is not going to have vibrant colors. And it really changed the colors. Like, look at this. I don't know. It's not, you know, not my thing. I prefer this. I don't mind a vintage and distressed edges and stuff like that. But I'm more for this, not this. Then I tried on green paper. Not bad, but once again, it doesn't matter how much the printer copies this. It is going to be mixed with your background color. And so in some cases, it does not work. You would be better off having these more like cutouts or stamps or stickers or things like that, and put that on the colored paper as opposed to photocopying. So I guess I keep saying photocopy it, whatever paper you want. But you know what? I have proved myself wrong. Shows I don't know what I'm doing. But you're here to help me, right? Now, photocopy ideas. What was this one? Oh, okay. So, again, this, and I photocopied it on the blue dyed paper. Not horrible, but not what I like. It is passable, and I probably will use it as a background, but I still prefer this white. I don't know, I'm just like it. Now, something else I did was photocopying on top of a different background. So I took my graph paper and I photocopied it on the graph paper. And then I thought, I wonder if I turn it around and put it back in the printer, how will a double layer of the exact same thing look? I don't hate it. It does look very busy. And I think it's something that needs to be planned more, because this is white. Any of the white centers, the yellow flecks showed up here and there. But the white did not, because the printer doesn't see white, it sees everything else. Like if I would photocopy this graph paper, it would photocopy the lines, but it will not photocopy white. So the white centers did not photocopy. And then some of the yellow, because it was double layer, it turned golden. This one looks golden. Yet this one, single layer, does look yellow. But here's like, it's almost like this yellow or this one is translucent. And because it was a double layer, it looks darker. So it kind of looks like the flowers, you can see through one to the other. So I'm not crazy about that. But I guess in some scenarios, it can be done. All right, something else I tried. Metallic does not work. All right, for this one, oh, I put it in the wrong order. I figure, what if I take 2 pieces of paper that have a pattern, print one on one side, and then print the other on the other side. And then I would have this. I did not think about the metallics. Printer cannot photocopy metallics. And in fact, when I photocopied it, it doesn't even look pink that much anymore. Like, look at this. And the metallic turned out black. The other side, not bad. It's not the same tone of pink as this. It's more muted, but it's fine. It's just a background, right? And then you would do stuff on top of it. But this one, don't use metallics. They don't work. All right, so that's that one. Oh, one more envelope or file. Needs another layer. So when you do things like this and like this. Now this one I like. I don't know that I'd want to put another layer on it. But this one needs a second layer. Now, what I didn't think about, under this, before I even did this, I could have done something like this. And then you put this over top. Because now anything I put on here is going to go on top of this. And I feel like that would be nice as a final layer. It needs something underneath. But because this page folds and you're only going to see that middle part anyways, I am not going to do a second layer on this one. I will just leave it as is. And because I kind of like this one, I'm not going to do another layer on that. But I will be doing a second layer on these, but not right now, because that's not my priority right now. But that is a future video. If you don't have those jelly printing plates, there is a way, not as good and not the same, but similar, that you can do. Now, take out one of these. This is plastic. Anything glass or plastic will work. I just want to make sure that there's not, oh, I think the bumps are on that side. Okay, so this is the flat side. Glass or plastic will work. then you don't have the roller, right? Well, what about something like this? Hopefully you can see that I'm in frame. Oh no, I'm not in frame. Okay, one of these roller trays. You could use that. It might not be a brayer, but it transfers paint. This, you can roll your paint on it, right? You pick up your paint and you roll it on. But then you need something to transfer the paint. Remember, I had said about this, I was going to use it for jelly printing. Well, there's a texture. Carpet liner. That has a texture. Bubble wrap has a texture. Burlap has a texture. Corrugated cardboard has a texture. So, you roll your paint on here. You take this, you go like that, just like you would with jelly printing, and then you put it on your paper. Grab a little more, put it on your paper. One other thing, I bet you most of you have one of these. They come in red, blue, this one's black, and it has little honeycomb grooves in it. That would work too. So, we are going to toy around with this right now. Now, granted, it could be a first layer, it could be a second layer. Because I don't have a page that is like just basic like this, I didn't think of that. Hold on. What if you just want blobs of paint? Is there anything flat that you can put on here and then put on here and you get blobs of paint? Yeah, I don't know. All right, that'll be something we'll have to do in the future until I figure that out. Where's my yellow bin? I guess you could use something like this. Yes, it's bubble wrap, but with the Amazon packaging, the bubble wrap doesn't show as much. It seems to be the bubble wrap, and then they have another plastic film on top that goes straight across, and so it is somewhat flat. It may still show some of the grooves, but I don't know, something like this we need, where we can just pick up the paint and have a blob of paint. You know what I mean? Just like flat paint. So that's an idea. But anyways, let's just get on with this. I brought everything out except the acrylic paint. I also want to do the watercolor today. Actually, you know what? I think what I wanted to do was do the watercolor first. And then I have a base to do the next layer. All right, take this off. This is a rainbow. I want to do a rainbow. All right. So, mind you, this brush might be a little too big. Actually, I think with that rainbow, that's what I used. Yeah, okay, I'm going to use this. All right, where's my water? There's my water. Okay, so the rainbow starts with red and then orange. So let's pick a red. And then we'll pick an orange, nice and bright. Yellow. I'll use that one. Green. Let's go with that one. Blue. Let's go with this one. And then indigo, which I believe is a purple blue or dark blue. So I'm going to go with the dark blue. And then violet. We'll go with that one. All right. I've squeezed a bit of water on all those colors. You know what? I'm actually going to use one of these daubers. I think I would prefer that. All right, the right size. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so first color is red. Where's the wet red? Here it is. Okay, so the page goes this way. So we're going to go with the red. Oh, wait, now I got to rinse it, eh? Okay, I will be right back, and hopefully I won't forget to unpause it. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, the numbers are going. I did it good this time. All right, so now we're going to rinse this out. And I have my painting rags here that I use strictly for when I paint. Dry it off. All right, so after red is orange. So we're going to go with the orange. All right. Actually, this and the rag should be on the same side. After orange is yellow. I probably should have started with the yellow because it's a lighter color. Hopefully they don't mix on the dauber. Okay, now the yellow. Ooh, that came out pretty nice. Okay, then the green. I know for some of you this is going to be boring, but it's all part of the process. I have to learn what I'm doing. Okay, now the green. Oh, look at that. No, I want it a little thicker. Oh well, whatever. Because I only have 3 more colors. 1, 2, I'm going to have a white corner, but that's okay too. Oh, I'm going to run out of water too. So I did green, so now it's blue. Wait a minute, blue, I chose this one. And then it's indigo and violet. Trying to get this part. Oh well, whatever. I need more water. I think I still have some in here. All right. Maybe I should be squeezing it out before I go over here. All right, so then after the blue, we want indigo, which I don't know what indigo is. If it's probably a blue purple. Ooh, I like that. 2, 4, 6, 7 colors. Yeah, so basically it's primaries and secondaries. And then indigo is an extra one. Okay, now we need violet. Yeah, it's basically because red and yellow makes orange, yellow and blue makes green, blue and the red makes purple. The only thing is they have 2 blues there. They have a blue and an indigo. All right. So maybe I'll leave this and then we'll put something special there. I'm not going to worry about it. The rainbow, well, anyways, there we go. So now we have to let this dry so we can do a second layer. In the meantime, while that's drying, we're going to put away, like I just wanted to show you with the watercolors, it's more of a translucent color. See, it looks pretty dark, but it's still quite translucent. And I suspect this one is the same thing. Because if you look at this one, it's a lot darker and you can feel it's acrylic paint. So this is acrylic, this is watercolor, these two. And I think for some situations this would be better, and other situations this would be better. Right? All right. So we will let this dry, and then I'll fold it and try and flatten it, or maybe even I'll try ironing it. But it looks like there was a lot of water, so it's warping. Okay, watercolor is done. I'm going to put it away. This is done with. Where's my blue container here? I always have this nearby, so when I'm done with something, I can just put it in there. And at the end of the paint session, I just take the whole thing to the kitchen sink to clean everything. All right. So now we're going to take, actually we're going to do both of them. Let's start with this one though. Okay, now where is my acrylic? Here it is. All right. And then, no, we need it on the mat. See, now with my two layers, I could have put one more on this side and one more on this side, and then it would have been a bigger surface. But that's okay. So now, I want blue paint. Let me go get the blue, the green. I don't want red. Let's just start with blue and green. A lighter blue. Okay, I took a lighter blue and a lighter green. This is lime green and neon blue. Actually, I don't even need this tray, do I? I just put the paint right on there and then spread it out and then use it. Oh, that's another thing too. I could technically put this down and then just roll the paint on that. And then move it and roll the paint there. Move it and roll the paint there. Haha. I forgot about that part of it. I'm just thinking of stamping with it. Anyways, okay, so we're going to do this. Oh, shake it first. There's not much paint in this one. Oh, there's a blob. Oh yeah, this paint is done with. How do you get rid of it now? Stay put. See, this is what I mean. I don't even know what paints are good and what paints are not. That is gross. Okay, that's garbage. I guess we will take this one. Cobalt blue. Okay, now, before I start, oh yeah, oh, there is a blob right there. Okay, well, I'm just going to push it to the side. Let's see this one. Oh yeah, this one works. Look at that. All right. We're working here. All right, so let's first do this. Now, I do have another roller just to push this down. Haha, nice. All right, that's one. Now let's try this thing. Oh, wrong roller. Darn it. This is the one that has the paint. All right, so now let's go like this. And then do that. Whoa. And then like that. And like that. All right. Now let's try the burlap. The burlap gets me excited. I'm wondering about the burlap. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it just looks messy. Yeah, it does give some texture. All right, I could live with that. Okay, so that's all the blue ones. So I'm going to put this to clean because we're just having a play. All right, so now, oh, does that mean I now have to wash all my rollers because they are absorbent? So this would definitely take longer. But I'm going to cheat. Hold on. I have another one of these plates. So I'm going to move this one out of the way so I don't have to run right away and clean it. All right, so without jelly plates, it can be done. It's just going to be more work. Now, the foam roller, I don't have a backup, but this one, I do have a backup. So I'll push this off. Just pull it off. Put it to the side. Grab a new roller. There we go. Put this roller on. And now I'm ready for the next color. Whew! I didn't think it was that good. All right. So now we need to, I could just buy a brayer and just a brayer, nothing else. Anyways, so we have corrugated cardboard. Doesn't really show. I guess this way you're using a lot more paint too. Because this roller, it's picking up a lot of it, right? So because the roller's picking it up, there's not much left for your items to pick up. It does work. It's just a little bit more difficult, right? All right, so that's the cardboard. Now we're going to use the bubble wrap. But you want to use the bubble side, not the flat side. Right there. And then right there. And then right there. Yeah, that works. But I would say maybe just invest in a brayer, if nothing else. Because with the rollers, you would basically have to put it in glue or a paint that doesn't dissolve and let it harden for this to become a brayer. Because right now it's absorbent. It's meant to roll paint on the wall, so it's absorbent. But if you can get it to where these rollers are not absorbent, probably the foam one would work better because it's flatter, it doesn't have a texture. Oh, there is another texture too. Is if you let this dry and you use that roller now has a texture on it. And this one's flat. If there's some way that you can make it so it's hard, the foam turns hard with some sort of finish on it, then you could use it as a brayer. I don't remember how expensive brayers are. They might not even be worth the trouble. I don't know. But there you go. There's another idea. Find things around the house that has texture. Take something plastic or glass. I would prefer the foam roller because it doesn't really absorb the paint. Whereas this absorbs the paint like a sponge. So these foam ones probably would be better. And then, yeah, and then just stamp with it. As many things you can find with texture, that's how many different patterns you can have. So that is another idea. Now let me clean that up. I need to put these somewhere. Where did I put the other one? So that I can, when the video's done, I can just take it in the kitchen and clean everything. Paints are done with. Still clean. Push it to, oh, I didn't do the honeycomb thing, but doesn't matter. The plastic I would clean. The other one, just leave it be. Right? Some things you just can't clean. All right, so now for the next one. We did get paint on here, I think. Yes, the watercolor. So I'm going to fold this up now. And we have a clean space. And now we're going to try a different method. I don't know if it'll work on this, but we'll give it a try. All right, another method. Stenciling. See, that's why I was saying you can just have striped colors all on here. And that's it. That's your first layer. And it's paint. Then take a stencil, honeycomb. I don't know what that is. Just busy. Chevrons. A brick look. You could probably do this on the white background and it'll actually look like brick paper. And then from there, you could then decorate it and it looks like it's on brick. And then there's this one. And there's this one. And then there's this one. And you can use any one. If you wanted to, you could do the chevron, let's say in yellow. Or no, do the honeycomb in yellow. And then go over it with the chevron in green. Let's try that just for fun. Now these, yes, you can use your paints. And you would just use a sponge, right? But I'm not. I am actually going to use my inks. Now, not only do I have these distressed inks, but I also have these craft ink pads. I wanted yellow for the bee. Maybe we'll do some blending. I've never tried that before. And then the chevron, I wanted green because pink and blue are already there. Purple is already there. So I do have 2 shades of green. Maybe we'll try that. And then, of course, it comes also in silver, gold, brown, just like those, and black. But the browns and blacks, if I do plant stencils, I'll use it. But usually I use these. Okay, so now we need to apply it. Where are my daubers? There we go. I have a little porcelain thing, and those are all my daubers. So we are going to take the yellow one. Oh, look at that. I got 2 yellow. This one has a bit of brownish on it. Really doesn't matter. Okay, move this up. I want to make sure I'm in camera, because these aren't really needed. We don't really need to see these. Now we're going to test out inks onto acrylic. Right? So let's see how this turns out. All right. So we're going to dab, 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 and then just go like that. Oh, it's not really working, is it? Maybe with the acrylic paints, it's not as good. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because, yeah, it's faint. Okay, so that was the yellow. Oh, let's test out some orange. Maybe on this side, see how the orange turns out. All right, not bad. No, I want to put it somewhere where it's not going to transfer the ink. All right, so that's the yellow and the orange. So now let's try the greens. So we have that green and that green, and we're going to do the chevron. All right, so let's start with the light green on the light part. Yeah, it seems like acrylic is not a good medium to do this on. I wonder if the watercolor is dry. Okay, now let's try the darker green. Maybe we'll go down the middle. Just do that and then go a little over. Yeah, it looks like the lighter colors aren't working, but the darker ones are. Okay, put a little bit here. Yeah, see? Yeah, it kind of works, but here it's very faint. And then maybe, yeah. So it does work. Maybe we should take a red. Hold on. Now I want to go further. Take it further. Where's the red? I know I have a red. Oh, there it is. Okay, just for fun, let's see how the red will turn out. Oh, look at that. I haven't even used the red. I know I've been using it, but probably just for stamping. Okay, now let's do some of this. Okay, not bad. Maybe, no, not in the same place. Maybe up here we'll do. All right. I'm getting the hang of this. So because this is dark, the lighter colors aren't working. So let's try one more. Just for fun, let's see if we can put a metallic over top. Now, because we used yellow, we're going to go with silver. And we're going to do this stencil. Oh, I don't have a dauber for silver. I wonder if this would work. Or maybe, no, because this, if you slide it, it's too soft. Let's try this. I don't know if this is going to work, but Let's give it a try. It can't hurt. Okay, so right here. Make our own metallic. Wrong number, buddy. Wrong number. I tell you, there's so much fraud out there right now. It's just not funny. Okay, now let's do this one. All right, not bad. I can get into this. Okay, so now instead of silver, I want to do another one. Let's do another abstract. And what color? Purple we already have. I don't think there's any other colors I can use. Orange, blue, and purple is already. So basically orange or brown or black. No, I want to leave black for stamping. I want to try stamping on this. Maybe the orange because it's lighter. I wonder. Let's try something else. Let's just try and use this as is. Like that. Okay. Not crazy about it. Let's use this one. It's a yellow, but it's a pink handle. I don't have an orange handle. So, okay, let's try some down here. There we go. Do an overlap with the red. There's nothing over there. Whew. Likey. But the background should have been lighter. I do still say that. It should have been lighter. Let's confuse the situation and use the same stencil. Oh, there's already red there. Same stencil, but different color. All right. What other stencil? I have one other stencil. Now these are the full page stencils. I have a whole bunch that are like a half page, a quarter of a page. Then you got some butterfly stencils and other ones. They're just little square ones. Like there's a lot out there. Just have fun. The more you do it, the more you learn. Ooh, I like those little dots. Let's put some over here. All right, that's enough. All right, so we're gonna let this dry. So we've done first layer, acrylic paints, water paints, inks, blah, 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 blah. I can't talk anymore. So we've done it that way. We did one second layer, which was this one. Oh, actually two of them. This one and this one. This is stencils. And then this is items with a texture. And it's paint on paint. This is ink on acrylic paint. So there you go. What time is it? 49 minutes. Okay, I'm going to sign off here. On the next one, we are going to take these papers a step further and explore some other options. And then at the end of the next video, we will bind the journal and move on to tucks and pockets and all that. but we're going to do one more day of coloring the white pages. So I hope everybody enjoyed. If you have any ideas on first and second layer of those white pages, please put a comment down below. I would love to have some more ideas. And remember, do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. Take care, everybody.